Hi everyone, Tiffany here, and welcome to my quilting life. If you're new to my channel, head down there, hit that subscribe button, and a bell will pop up. Hit that bell, and you'll get notifications, and you can adjust them when I'm live and or post videos. And don't forget to like and share. So today is another episode of the Minecraft quilt that I am making. This block should be a lot easier than the last, which was the pig. And I know I didn't show how to make the green guy, but I might make another green guy. So it kind of just will go together in what I'm doing. So, hi Vicki. Again, I'm doing these live so that I don't have to record and edit video, because to me, there's gonna be so many, at least a block or two, as many as I can get done, blah, 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 blah. So I just didn't want to have to do that. Hi, Ramona. So yeah, today's block is fire. Why? Because, well, I need some filler, and there's like a fireball kind of thing in the game. Again, I don't know nothing about Minecraft. I'm just making this for a 6-year-old or a kid that's turning 6. I'm not sure. Like I said, it's 6 years old. I know that. And they're going to love it anyway. So I'm trying to at least incorporate other parts of this game. So this is going to be the fire block. It looks like fire, which is right there. I'm going to make mine just a little bit more whatever, because it's 20. Hi, Sandy. I'm doing 10 across by 10 down. So I cut out some colors that are in fire, and I'm just going to lay them out 10 across by 10 down and just sew them all together, because this one I guess should go pretty quick, and then I'll add a different one. So I'm just going to tip this a little bit my way so that I can see. And I'm just going to start laying it out. I kind of want it to, this red, to make it look like it's flamey. Actually, I'll just lay it down this way. Try to keep them in order of the hue that they're going in from darkest to light. And I'm going to kind of like, I don't know, flames kind of like travel, you know? So, and we'll fill it in. It's kind of, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, okay, that's row 1. Let's just go with that for now. And we'll just add a little bit more down here. That. And then I'll fill the rest in. Because it's pixelated, so it really doesn't matter. As long as it looks like flames, I'm just going to start throwing these colors around it. Making it like flame. So still need to make sure that I get 10 across by 10 down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's just keep filling it in. Oh, look at that. There's a piece that didn't cut all the way. I'll just cut it right there on that line. And it doesn't matter, again, if 2 colors are touching. Oh, I see some more. Okay, hi, Lacey. Hi, Liz. Let's see. Doing okay, just what expected. Prayers and hugs. This one is the flame block. So I'm a few minutes and saying that she was on her quest to be ready for work. Okay. So yeah, I'm adding some stuff I'm incorporating other things from the game. So it's flame. My son made sure to explain to me this one. So I'm just kind of putting it everywhere. And like I said, it doesn't matter if 2 colors are next to each other, because it's just supposed to look like flame. I'm pretty sure I'm not 10 across or down just yet. Let's see, that must be 10 by now. Just making it look like flame. Fire, whatever. This one has no specific order. Still don't know if I'm 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll have to move all this over a little. So these are like the filler blocks that are going to be around it, around like where, you know, like every other block is going to be pre-sashed with the black like I did with the pig last night. So I just cut some red, have red in here. Because one of the quilts I found online had this as well. That's why there's a picture. But that's from the quilt that I saw online. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My fan is on, blowing everything around. At least I'm having fun with just randomness. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. There is my flame block. It's just a disaster. That's what it's meant to be. Explain to us. I've never played the game either. I have no clue about it. I just know. Hold on. So here's one that I found online. Here's a quilt done. It has a bunch of characters. I am going to be doing this guy and that guy right there. And then, like, where's the thingy? Here's a list of some of the little characters. There's like a boogeyman guy. I'm kind of thinking I want to do him because, where did it go? Right here. It looks like a pumpkin, so I can use all these colors again with the little pumpkin face or whatever it is. There's a list here that says what they're called. Here's another one that has even more characters that I pulled off the Minecraft website. I mean, there's so many. Here's another quilt that was done with Minecraft for a kid that I just grabbed for an example. I try to just go off of examples, but here's their names. So there's a snow golem, chicken, cow, mushroom pig, sheep, villager, elderman, wolf, zombie pigman. So it's half pig, half zombie, I guess. Blaze, cave spider, ghost. I have no idea what that is. Magma cube, silverfish, skeleton, slime, spider, ender dragon, default skin, squid, creeper, and zombie. So I've already done the creeper and the pig. So now I'm just doing some flame, which I could just turn him into this snow golem thing, honestly. You know, I don't know. So yeah. But I don't have any of the dark browns cut out for that. So I'm just going to stick with the blaze for now. And I think it looks okay. There's the bigger picture of it. So, oops, okay. There's like dragons here. Here's a dragon. So there's dragons too. Let's see if that lighting. But I didn't want to do this guy because he's all 1.5 inch squares. And I mean, I still could because he's cool. But I got to add some of this other stuff in. So I'm just doing that. And I think it looks fine. And I can cut out more colors again, like I said, for another one with these colors. So for now, I'm going to call this one done. Actually, I'll probably swap out some of these for the darker colors. Just because I can. Because I could save these for the face part of the guy. There we go. That looks good. I could even swap out more orange. And some more orange. There we go. That looks good. So I'm just going to set these two colors aside in my little bin over here. I decided to just stick them all in here for now. So there's all the colors that I could keep working with. Just so they're not falling all over the place like last night when I dropped my tubs everywhere. So let's get to sewing because I think this will be okay. I'm already starting to sweat in here. I don't even have the iron on. I'm just hot. The air is on too. It's weird. All right, I don't need this right yet. Just move it out of the way. So this time I'm going to sew the same web type thing, but what I'm going to do is stack them all like so. Pile one right here. And I'm going to grab from pile one and pile two at the same time. And then I just need to grab one pile at a time after that. So that the process goes faster. It'll be right next to me the whole time. I don't have to keep getting up to reach across the table. The top piece will always be the starter piece. After this, I'll do the little guide character's face, since he'll be the 8 across, 8 down, and get a black border. I'm at least trying to record the whole process of this thing. All right, 10 piles. Move this down that way. All right, guys, I'm just going to chain piece the whole lot of everything. And move that out of my way. Take a drink of water and go. So I'm going to do this. Pile 1, pile 2. Pile 2 will go on top of pile 1. And just sew them through with a 1/4 inch seam, keeping everything on the machine. And I'll hold my glasses up when I need to read. And it's just 2.5 inch squares. 100 of them. What's everybody up to today? How many of you are at work watching? How many of you are at home? How many of you are glad this week is almost over? grocery shop, then took hubby lunch. What'd you take your hubby for lunch? Anything good? All right, same with every time I do this. Just gonna press right, press left, press right, press left, all the way down. Like I said, this little guy should go quick. This little flame, fiery, whatever, madness. No, Mexican fast food. Ooh, sounds yum. Sounds like a stomachache, but sounds yum. All right, now I can just keep going in order with the pile. So 1 and 2 I sewed first together, and now the rest I just go from the next to the next without having to do anything else. Just hook them all together. Grabbing one right after the other, right after the other. And since it's all solid, there's technically no right or wrong side. I don't even know why I bother flipping them. I just kind of habit, I guess, knowing that my piles are usually right side up next to me. Hi, Susan. Working and listening. Okay, don't get yourself in trouble now. I'm pretty sure people with office jobs and things like that, though, it might be a lot easier to, instead of turning on a radio at your desk, you would just watch or listen to YouTube videos. Oh, you work from home. Well, that makes it even better. I work from home too. See? my double job home, quilting and kids. But they're not here, so right now. They will be in a little bit, but they're not here right now. All right, next pile. I'm just going to keep throwing them through. When there's 10 like this hooked together, it does seem kind of long and they pull. So I use the palm of my hand typically to hold the next piece up on the table so that there's no yanking on the next piece. For those of you who haven't really pieced like this before, I think it's easier than holding, making a whole row, because this way you don't get anything out of order. So this one's kind of, I guess, the boring block, but it's kind of fun, I think. Having some flameage in there. Gotta have stuff to fill. I'd rather be quilting. Well, I'm doing this for now. Then later I'll have to go out in the other room, hang out with children, feed children, watch movies with children. And then I could come back and do this again later. I'm going to try to get what I can done now. I'm going to try to do this and then the little character face guy. I'm really going to hate Minecraft even more once I'm finished with this, let me tell you. Some of the games that they come out with for kids are just retarded. I mean, if it keeps them from doing stupid things, then yeah, but I think they should be outside playing. I mean, here you can't play outside, you know, too much, but I mean, you can. It's not recommended. Right now is like the perfect time to go to the park. Nobody's there. Most parents don't take their littles out in this heat. Look at the TV and video games. Especially games like this. I mean, I can understand like educational video games or like Tetris. It's building, you know, I play Tetris from my phone. It's almost like the original, and it helps with memory and cognitive function and knowing where to, you know, what piece goes where and things like that. Old Nintendo style games, but nowadays games are all just killing and shooting and guns and war. My son plays them, so I know. He's old enough now to play those kind of games. When I was younger, I didn't like it. He also likes to play race car games, which I don't mind the race car games. Those are fun. I liked driving games when I was young, but I didn't play much video games. All right, 5 more pieces for each row. Going pretty quick today. Keep having to take them off. My eyes go out of focus with those darn things on. Unless I'm reading far, then it's fine. These are so easy to line up when they're all the same exact size. Works perfect. I just press them right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. All the way down. I think I said that 10 times. And all the piles are in order. The top piece was from the top, how I was building it. So I don't have to keep standing. The sitting here thing is keeping me from having to getting up and pressing constantly. The bigger it gets, the funkier it starts to hang, but it's easy to manage. We had another monsoon last night. I told you guys. And I went out and had to clean all the roof pieces that when it rains, the rain blows little roof rock, the rock stuff that's on the roof, the little itty bitty pebbles onto the pool cover, and I had to go out and clean all that off because I don't want it getting down into the pool. I hate those little pebbles. They always get in the pool. So I had to go do that this morning, and I took a shower. I said, well, I will just go on live until the kids get here. Try to make as many blocks as I can before they get here. Oops, that's right. Oh. Bring those closer to me. I'm using my elbow now instead of the palm of my hand to hold the pieces up on the table. That would be the only plus part to having the whole table and machine flush, is so that these don't fall like this off of something. They would just fall off onto your lap from an equal amount of table. Can't wait till I can finally customize this. Anybody living over where there's hurricanes? Is that done and over with, or is it still going, or did it even hit? And if those of you who are watching afterwards, let me know how this whole hurricane thing that I know is over on the East Coast, if it's damaged anywhere where you live, or if it's just slight and hasn't hit yet, or what. I haven't been on Facebook or watching any newsy type stuff for the last couple days. I've been just trying to get stuff situated for doing all this. Spending a lot of time in the pool too. Alright, so far this is all hooked together. Can't lose any of it. Next row. Almost done. And then I could sew the rows together. Everybody's quiet today. What is everybody doing? Just watching? Listening? I know this block is a little bit more boring than the last, but got to add more elements of the game. Plus this one I knew would be quick and easy. And not confuse me or make me decide that it was the wrong color palette. All right. Let's go down this one more time. almost to the bottom. Finger press all these, and then I'm just going to start folding them on top and sewing. Under. And now there's all 100 pieces hooked together. So I'm going to lay it this way now. Put that first row and second row. I don't want these getting tangled up in it. And I'm going to start sewing them. They line right up. They nest and everything so perfectly because I finger pressed it all. They should be going opposite of each other all the way down. And I kind of just, make sure that the seam didn't flip underneath because, like I said, it hits this darn tray and flips it. So that's why I slow down and stop most of the time. Making sure they nest nicely. We do want it to line up. Whether they line up on their own or not, we want to make sure, double check. There's one thing I just don't like, and that's a super wonky, not lined up block. I would prefer everything to at least be nice and lined up. So now I just took those two over the next one, line them up, sewing that third row on. And I'll just keep doing that over and over until they're all together. I just open it up, and I'm finger pressing everything to the right as I go, using the palms to open it up, because I know, like I said last night, I've been asked before, how am I opening the seams, because they've tried and I don't actually show that. Going to the next one, I'm just kind of stacking it on top. If I went the other way, it would be a little bit awkward, I guess. This is just the way I'm used to doing it. You guys know I do this a lot, especially with pixel. Oh, out of thread. Especially with pixel quilts. I'm really going through bobbins. I just rolled like 20 the other day when I was on. That day when I took a pause and then came back, I rolled like 20 in between. I've done so many things since that I've running out. Again, open it up, finger press it to the right. Go to the next one. Everything else is still hanging underneath. I know it seems kind of weird, but you can flip it and start going the opposite way if you want. when you're doing piecing like this. I just tend to just go with the flow that I'm in. Open it up again. Finger pressing the whole thing to the right. Lift the whole thing up, put it over again. I just grab the ends and go to the next one. So if you think it's getting too big one way, because this is a 100 patch, you know, you can make bargellos this way too. 100 patch at a time. Make them in blocks. That way your next block will line up. I have a couple bargello books. So if you're thinking it's getting too big, what you can do is fold it onto the next one and bring the loose sides that aren't sewn together to the top, flipping the whole thing where the put together side is on the bottom. Either way, it doesn't bother me. I'll do it this way so that you can see. So now that that one's on, I'm just going to open it and finger press it to the left now, because the rest of that would be now going to the left, which would have made it my original right. I'm trying to make it all go the same direction. So again, putting that on top, the looser section just sits on top now. Instead of taking the chances of folding anything under, I guess, and accidentally sewing the wrong piece or something, or a tuck or anything. I'm just going to grab it, fold it under, press it to the left. Two more to do, so the loose side's going on top again. Or it can go from the underside, you can do it either way. And one more. Last one, and then I can press this block and get to the next. Remember, I'm on a deadline with this one. I kind of have deadlines with everything because I still have to get quilts done for the quilt show. If I don't have my entries in by October 1st, then I'm not entering until the next one. And I really, really, really want to enter. I have one quilt done. It just needs a hanging sleeve, which I'm going to add to it, and then that'll be ready. All right, so this one's done. I'm going to finger press first and then take it to the iron. And then we'll have some flameage. So I'll leave it right here while I go turn the iron on. So there's my flame. It kind of looks pink on the screen, but it's orange. Oranges and reds. So I'm going to bring it over here and I'll turn the camera. Hopefully I don't knock anything today. So I don't want to knock anything over. Everything is being pressed this way. So I'm just going to lay it on here and use my hand to push all those seams, making sure they're all laying, going up, away from me. Add some water to this again. Okay, so I'm just going to start by the bottom row, go to the next row, just slowly pushing them. They're already finger pressed. Just slowly, the iron is just sitting on here. I'm not pushing on it. Just sitting it on here, going to the next row over and over, pushing it up. Now everything's pushed back. Now I can steam it. Adjust anything. Oh, my iron decided to spoil water like always. It's got starch stuck up in it. So I just spray it with like a little bit of a water vinegar solution. Kind of stinks, but it gets that weirdness off the iron. So the thing about the starches I buy, one brand does not make a mess, the other one does. There we go. Get the extra lint and cut all those pieces out that are in the seams while it dries. Some of them just pull right out, some don't. I'm really picky though about getting all that out before quilting it, because then I'm picking it out when I'm quilting it and that just annoys me. So I get it all out before I even put the quilt together. Most of it just comes out. Okay. I'm not using steam to dry block. this morning. And wow, yeah, it's a big difference. I know when I was struggling before I ordered my blades, more blades, I was like, yeah, I was having big problems. And then I put a new blade on. I'm like, oh my God, this cuts so good now. I'm so cheap though. I don't want to have to order stuff all the time if it's still working. That's, I guess. I have an issue with just saving money. My iron made these little corners of the dark fabric a little bit dirty. That's what I get for using cheap starch. All right, so flame, go this way, that way, this way, that way, don't matter. My flame is done, and it looks pinks, but it's actually oranges. And all my points are pretty much on. So there it is. So let's add that to the pile of blocks, which is right here. I'm just going to lay it underneath. Remember last night's piggy? I still think this thing looks funky. Last night's pig. And then the one I didn't get to do on camera of the creeper guy. So, and there's two of those. All right, let's make the man. Let's look at the picture on the thingy. Lay all my blocks up there. Unplug the iron because everything is nice and pressed. Turn the camera and find the picture of the man. So I can see what colors we need. Okay. So he looks pretty simple. I'm going to find a better picture. So he's got browns, and then his face is white with some things. So let's get some tans, some cream, some white for his eyes, some brown for his hair. So we'll do some browns for the hair. The white, oh, I have white already cut for the eyes, so we don't need that. I'm going to grab some peachy and some pink, since I know I need another strip of those for his skin. And this other white color. There we go. All these blended. Should look pretty good. Let's cut a 2.5 inch strip from all of this. Just one from everything. I don't really need that much. So I'm going to make sure that my fabric end crosses over. Grab my cutter, my ruler, and cut a 2.5 inch strip from everything. And like I said, if I don't use the color in it, I'll use it for something else, no matter what. So if I'm cutting extra squares for no reason because it doesn't blend properly, it's okay because I will still use it. So there's brown for the hair. So the hair's getting 3 colors of brown, 3 different browns. Ooh, look at that. I'm going to cut from this side. Everything's over your line. Line. Just check, make sure. Yep. Is that bunny or some kind of monster? It is a man. It is the man character. There's a couple of these on here that are questionable, though, let me tell you. One says it's a cow, I don't see no cow in it. I don't know. Maybe in the game it looks different, but to me, it does not look like a cow. It looks like a bunny or some kind of funky creature. I'm just cutting 2.5-inch strips, and then I'll subcut into 2.5-inch squares as soon as I have enough strips cut out. So these are for his hair, and then his face will get all these. It looks white, but it's actually like an off-white creamy color, this one that I'm working with right now. I tried to get all the shades, like they sell white in like snow and cream and whatever, and you know. So I just got all the different shades to make it look okay, and then a light pink, peachy pink, but I think this one's too pink for face. I think that would be more like a girl's face. I'm gonna pull that one out. We'll do this one because it's a lot softer. And this one I just have to cut because yesterday I already cut from it. So it's still nice and lined up. And this one's like a cream, a really light cream, but I think it'll blend. I think. Whether it does or not, I don't know. So pressing the line, pressing the line. No, it is not. Now it is. So much wasted fabric, I swear. Look at that. Cutting off like 1/2 inch. Well, I'm not using it for anything. It's too small, too skinny. One more. And this one's like the cream, but a totally different cream. It looks white, but it's not white. It's like really off, like dirty white. I don't know, I guess dirty dishwater white. It would have been smart if I would have wrote down the names of all these colors, but I didn't. My receipt would say, but it's Waverly brand, so some of them will say WTE. Okay, so here's for his face. Let's do face. I'll open that back up and cut these while I'm looking at it. Lay them all on the line, past the selvage, and I'll get 4 cuts off of this, which is makes 16 squares, because you can get 16 squares from a 2.5-inch with the fabric strip. For anybody who didn't know. I just cut the selvage end and then fold. It's no big deal. It's still wasting it no matter what you do. And then I subcut into 2.5-inch strip, or 2.5-inch squares. Again, you get 4 cuts. And they're folded in 4, so you're getting 4 pieces every time. And there that happened. Got stuck to it. And I don't save this. I mean, seriously, that's nothing. So, some people can for like collage quilts or whatever, or like they glue fabric on and, well, I don't know what they're supposed to do, but. Alright, so here's his hair colors, the browns. It's only 3 browns, but I didn't really notice in the picture that it looks any different. And then his skin colors. Look at these. If blended correct, it should look nice. Alright, cut all the selvages off. Start over. And I got some, I need blue. That's what I needed. A strip of blue for eyes for some of these. Alright, let me look in my box for blue actually. I know I have blue in there. Have to. I didn't have black, but I know I have blue. because he needs blue for his eyes. And one more time. Stay nice. They wanted to get themselves all moving around. Things lined up. Okay, so let me grab some blue. Also gonna grab this other creamy color. Sorry, guys. About one. Okay, let's see. Change your rotary blade. Trouble with cutting with the new one. I thought it was because it wasn't the same brand as the cutter. Oh, that shouldn't matter if it's the same brand as the cutter or not. Let's see. But when you put it on the correct brand, the second blade fell off. So I thought the new ones didn't need to note to everyone. You only need one blade on your cutter. Is that bunny or some kind of monster? No, this is a dude. I'll bring it to close in a second. Let me grab my solid squares out real quick so I can grab a really vibrant blue out of here for his eyes. I only need 2 pieces. See how pretty blue that is? I knew I had blue pre-cut. I still didn't get a chance to clean all my squares. My tubs are a disaster. I just threw them all in there for now. I figured I'll just do it when I'm done with this whole project. All right. So let me bring this close to show you. It's a man. It's supposed to be a dude with brown hair and blue eyes and a smile that's made of brown. Go figure. And this one's only going to be 8 across by 8 down. So 80 squares. So we're going to start with the hair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. I do need to make his mouth, which is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 down here. Oh, I want the darkest one for his mouth. So weird. Funky looking to me, but whatever. And then the lightest one for here, and that's not light enough. Let's use this one right here. Hold on. Gotta pull it up again. My screen times out after a few minutes. Put that there. Oh no, it goes right there. Like a mustache, maybe, I guess. There's 2 rows of hair. I'm gonna grab some of this other brown and throw it in there because it shows some light squares. Put 4 in there. Like that. There we go. That there. And the darkest one here on the side. And then we need my super white, which is right here. Just need 2. And it goes on the outside like this, and then the blue goes like this. God, this guy looks so funky. Funky. So let's bring that up. Oh no, it's 1 row more down, like this. Like that. And then we're going to fill it in with all these creams. And peaches and all this. So I gotta come down one more. Creams and peaches and pinks. And the eyes go like that. Can't really tell how white the eyes are, honestly, no matter what I do. And the rest of it gets filled in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it ends with the mouth. So weird. Maybe I could make it 10 because it could fill it in with 10. This one doesn't have to have black around it. Kind of looks weird with the mouth just sitting like that, but it's going to get black around it, so okay. I'm not going to add any more. I need to have some blocks that have built-on sashing. Let's throw all this out of the way. And I did not pre-cut any black. I should have. Let's just stack it all. Throw it up in here. Like that. Okay. I think that looks just fine, just the way it is. So you can see I created this weird character. And it's going to get black around it after I put it together. So let's just put it together. We'll leave that right there. So I'm going to do the same exact procedure. I'm just going to pick them up like this in order. That's row 1. Row 2. This one's going together a lot faster than the rest now. Minus the fact that I still got to cut black to go around it, but I only need 2 strips. So. Let me read comments real quick before I sit myself down and put glasses on. Doc called, got to see him. Oh, so your husband has to go to the doctor's then? Or you're going to the doctor's for MRIs? One or the other. Okay. The picture doesn't look like a man at all, even less closer up, but the one on your table actually kind of does. Yeah, we'll see. Let's get this guy together and we'll see. All right. Put those up there. So here's row 1. And I'm going to put row 2 on this other side of me because that's the part that's going on top. So, again, same procedure, except this one's just 8 across and 8 down. And I know I should have been building these facing you guys, but then I'd be in front of the camera. So no matter what angle, unless I was like recording, I can't really get that proper angle, but I still hold everything up so you can see. And then the picture of this guy will be that still shot you see at the beginning of my videos. Today's was a pig. Tomorrow's or whenever I do the next one will be this guy. And yesterday's picture, the original video, is the green character, which again, I might make another one because I could spread him out. I need 12 blocks total. So. I'm going to probably, the next ones I'll probably do the sword and the axe because those are 1.5 inch and those will probably just be one video each. Because I know that the 1.5 inches are going to take a little bit longer to put together. Oops. Right, left, right. This is supposed to be left. Okay. Now, the next set. This is the third one. So these should go on pretty darn quick. I'll just bring it up here to me. So. Make sure your piece doesn't flip around when you do it. Once there's 2 rows, it doesn't matter. I see another color. You have to go to the doctor's. Okay, Vicky. Linda. Hello, Linda. LJ Quilts here watching you. Oh, now I know what the LJ is for. Hi, Tanya. Aha. So your YouTube doesn't actually say LJ Quilts. It just says Linda Jones. Get it now. I'm working on the man. Making the little man character of this pixel Minecraft quilt. Does not really look much like a man, but I'm pretty sure once it's completely together it will. Hopefully. I'll have black around it, and then, yeah, it'll be pre-sashed. So some are 10 by 10s and some are 8 by 10s. I mean 8 by 8. Don't ask me why I just said 8 by 10. No idea. Come on. And I took some blue for its eyes. I think there's another character that's going to need blue for the eyes. But if I have to dig out some more blue, because I think the sword has blue in it, I will. Patience. Well, I guess it depends. Sometimes I get frustrated, and most of the time I don't show my frustration on camera. But it happens. Every once in a while I get, like last night's block, that pig drove me mad. I just didn't really show it. I tried to stay silly the whole time because I was in a good mood. I'm in a good mood today. All right, bring it up next to me. So, I guess I can kind of tell the eyeball with the brighter white, but not much. I mean, you can tell that it's a different color white. Just a different shade. I probably won't be making another Minecraft quilt for a very long time, though. I think this is going to be it for a while. And if I do, at least I know what I've already done. And They could just be similar. I try not to make 2 quilts the same ever. So unless I'm doing like a pattern or something and more than one person wants it. And they just so happen to choose the same color palette, which would be weird, but sometimes it happens. I also don't like to do like kits. I don't know if I ever told you guys that, but I don't really like to do kits because everybody else has already done it. I like to do things that are different. So I usually like to just take patterns and do my own thing with it. But I do have some kits. I have 2, I think. 3. I have 3 kits, but I'm going to do my own thing with the fabric. It may be enough for whatever's in the kit, but you know, for whatever pattern it came with. But I might just do my own thing with it. One was given to me, which was started, so I have to do that one. But another one is just sitting there, and another one is just sitting on another shelf that was gifted to me. Because I wouldn't have normally bought it. Maybe the fabrics, but not the pattern. Kind of boring. Alright, let's get this last piece on. And then I could sew them together. Seems like a big difference with only 80 pieces as opposed to 100. Even though it's only a 20-piece difference, you know? So weird. Sometimes you just want to say you made one. Yeah, I often buy kits for the fabric. Yeah, see, I don't buy the kits usually, but if it's given to me like it has been, I like the fabric, but I don't like the pattern. I just realized that 2 times now I've pressed the wrong way. Ah, there we go. That's where I messed up. Was that row? Opposite, opposite, opposite. Okay. When you're finger pressing, it's so much easier to unfinger press than making it go the opposite way. All right, let's put on row 8 and then sew these puppies together. And they're all hooked, so it makes it easy. And I use my arm because it's so long to just attach, holding them. And my computer is talking. This guy goes together a lot easier than so far what the other ones will be. I have to tell myself right, left, right, left. And yes, I'm using my nail. What nail I have left. From finger pressing, it flattens and makes my nail straight. All right. So again, they are all hooked together. You can't really tell what it is when it's hooked together like this, but lay it this way, those 2 together. And just sew. This makes it so much easier doing it this way. That's why I started sewing like this. I started sewing like this a long time ago. And I realized today in my Facebook memories, a year ago today, I finished putting together the top of my diamond quilt, the one that I named A Woman's Best Friend that I wanted to enter into this year's quilt show. That's still not quilted. It's sitting there. A year ago today, I should have quilted it, but the heat came so fast once I got the new machine, you know, that I didn't get a chance to throw it on. I should have just made that one of my priorities. Yeah, so now I gotta rush on that kind of stuff as soon as the weather changes. Because I have customer ones that come before anything I do for myself. Although this one will be easy. I'm just going to quilt it with an all over edge to edge, probably squares or circles or something. Because I want it to be simple and quick. It's for kids, so it doesn't really matter. So it doesn't need to be overly quilted like most of my projects. I tend to have that habit of overly quilting things. That's not a bad thing. I often like it. Okay. Does your foot pedal do the thing where if you press with your heel, it's the needle up or down? No, when I press with my heel on it, it's the thread cutter on mine, on my thing. Sure does. Can't find Spider-Man. I don't know if I think it's just like a So Sunday. I didn't name it, but I can go back and rename it Spider-Man. But yeah, it's in there somewhere. I see a lot of sleepless nights in your future when the weather cools. Yeah, definitely. But I don't sleep much anyway at night. I've told you guys before, I sleep 3, maybe 4 hours. That's like really pushing it. 3 to 4 hours a day. And it's split up throughout whenever I feel tired enough. There are times, though, that I can sleep at night, but I never sleep more than 3 or 4 hours because I have to get up and go to the bathroom every hour, and then it just screws with my head, and I have a hard time falling back asleep. So I have an overactive bladder, so I pee a lot at night when I'm trying to sleep, which screws with sleeping. But I also have insomnia, which screws with it anyway. But back to the foot pedal on my machine. When I first got this, I had a bad habit of just my whole foot on the pedal a certain way, and I was always clicking back, cutting the thread like that. So I kept having that. I don't know how I got over it. It took a while, but let me tell you, I thread cut all the time accidentally, and I shouldn't have. It was pretty hard to get used to in the beginning. I also have a knee lift for it, but because of the position that it's sitting up here on the table, the knee lift touches the top of my leg, and I would have to lift my knee to lift it so that I wouldn't have to use this. But unfortunately, it doesn't work with the position that it's sitting in on the table. And now if it was flush with the table, I could put the knee lift coming out the bottom underneath the table, and I just move my knee side to side on the chair and lift my presser foot every time. I don't use it until I get it into the table. I did use it in my room a few times because of the way I was sitting in there back when I used to be in my bedroom for a little while. Stop flipping on me. A seam that wants to go the way it wants to go. again, since there's only 2 left, I'll just do it right here this way. I guess I could see a little character guy now. Once you guys see the block, it's going to look different. I'll show you guys as soon as it's together. I'm going to plug the iron in before I get to the end of this. Okay. Alright, one more. And the iron should be ready by the time I'm finished sewing this. Normally I leave the iron plugged in because it automatically turns itself off, but it almost takes the same amount of time to heat up as if I unplug it from its shut off mode, because I have to tip it and wait for it to make a clicking sound for it to even turn back on. Oh, that means the iron's hot. And one more time, pressing it under. And I still have to cut the black and go around it real quick. I forgot about that. I also want to turn the iron on. So I'm going to leave this guy right here. You can see it's a character. So I'm going to leave him here. I'm going to cut the black and sew it around, since I'm pre-sashing pretty much. So I just need 2 strips. And it's already straight on this edge. So I just need 2 2.5 inch strips, which will give me my total of my whole block in the first place, which is 20 3/4, or how they're coming out. All right, so let's sew this on. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the selvage off now on both of these. Line that up. Okay. So before I even iron, I'm going to sew this on. Stay nice and flat. Cut it off nice and square. That's square. Okay. And the other side. Make sure it's nice and square, That's square on there. Now for the next one. Let's finger press these out. I'm just putting the sashing facing outward towards the black. I don't want it under these light colors. So all of my blocks that are 8 across 8 down will be sashed, and then that way they'll be the same size as the big blocks, and then I'll just alternate them. So that way my whole quilt is already pre-sashed. Except for all the way around the outside. Sometimes I go to the underside and cut, because this is black, so it would have been hard for me to see that line right there at the end. Now, so on the opposite side. Flip it over. Square that little piece off. Okay. Let me move stuff out of the way right here real quick, and then I'll show you guys. I got this big stack of fabric. All these colors. Got me a little man. So when you finish, it will be a twin. Yeah, it'll be a twin. Hold on a second. All of my seams are going up that way. Put this one out first real quick. The rest are going upwards. I should have finger pressed it first. I usually do. Hold that back. Much better. It's not laying. Stay the way I made you lay. Okay. That's back. That's back. And this is also me just kind of doing whatever as well. I didn't really, I mean, I had a plan to make the characters, but I didn't have a plan as to what they were going to be. I knew that I wanted all of them to be 10 by 10, but that wasn't going to happen because they look funky when they're bigger than the little picture. So, like I said, with these, the threads come out, most of them. Yep, they all come out. There we go. All right, here's my man. Bring it up close. So you can see pinks and peaches and whatever. And look, he even has a mole. Quilted wise, I think I'm just gonna quilt like an all over just like blocks. I don't know. I don't have a name for it. I just kind of do it. It looks, they just weave in and out, and it's just I guess it would be considered a meander, but straight line meandering in and out, through and around, crossing over lines. square, you know. All right, so we have, let me just turn this a little so that you can see right here, strip down. I'm just going to lay them right here so you can see that they'll be pre-stashed. So they'll be like this. I'm just going to lay 4 pieces down for a second so that you can see the idea behind what I'm ending up making. I will throw the flame block down so that you can see, since there is 2 of those other ones. So that's the idea behind it. And then the only other finishing it, just go around the whole thing with black, so the edges will have double black, but I think that'll be okay. So that's pretty much what I'm doing with all these guys. So this is where I am. And obviously I need to make some more. So I need 12, and I have 5. 5 blocks now complete. And I need me 12. So the next one will be, I'm hoping to be able to do one of these other characters. I really want to get see, this is supposed to be a cow. No idea how that is a cow, but it's a cow. So that's one of the characters. I got gray and brown and black for that, like dark gray, light gray. And then I can do this guy right here. Let me open it bigger. This is all grays and black, right? Come on. Are you stupid? There you go. Stay. Come down. It's not letting me move it. So there's this guy right here. Simple. It's gray and black. This is the one that's supposed to be the cow, but I'm putting him in there. I'll figure it out when I get to it. So. And then let me get to this sword real quick so I can show you. I kind of want to do this guy, the duck. Where's the other character that I want to do? Oh, then I want to do the sword. There's different color blues in here. It's hard to see, guys. And then either this, the axe, or where'd it go? Or this. It's like a pick that you would pick the ground with. So yeah, the duck one I'll have to find. Oh, I have yellow. Okay. I need yellow, orange. Where did it go? So I would need orange, red, black, and then all the creams that I've been using in the face. All the white colors. So yeah. And then that one I'll border as well with the black, which it shows in this picture. So that's the plan. So I might get all the ones that are just 2.5 inches done first, and then do the ones that are 1.5 inch pieces mixed with 2.5 inch pieces. So sword looks cool. Yeah, they look cool. Look, the picture, you guys will have to Google Minecraft. I know some of you already have. So, all right. Well, let me hold this up one more time. Here's the guy that we just did. And you guys saw the orange disaster that looks like flames or fire. Hi, Debbie. So that guy's done. So now I have a man, and I got to do some other stuff. And I still have 2 of the green guys, only because the kid likes the green guy the best. So that's why there's 2. So there's the pig from last night. Okay. You can go away now. And then there's that. And there's 2 of those guys. And then the flames. Looks better that way. So those are the pieces so far, and I'll come back later with some more since I've been on for a little while now. So yeah, it'll be pretty cool, I think. I don't know. I'm not a Minecraft character fan, but whatever. So, all right. I appreciate you guys for joining me, and thank you for hanging out and all that. And for those of you who are new to my channel, don't forget, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like my videos, share my videos, and I will see you guys in, I don't know, maybe a few hours, maybe later tonight. I don't know. I'm going to go do things that I should be doing around the house and eat some food. So I will see you guys next time, okay? Let's find a screen. Okay, there it is. Bye, y'all.